Yo, hey, what up, gamers? It's me, Squid Ghost, Eno player in Plus R, and now Naruto player in Blaze Blue. Cool game, by the way. So check it out. Got rollback. Alright, so I've been thinking about making this video for quite some time now, and it's about dealing with fear, anxiety, and kind of getting, tilting in fighting games. I've been noticing a lot that I'm seeing in Reddit posts, a lot of players struggle with this. Even experienced players, but maybe experienced players more on the mental, the angry, tilting side of things. But I think a lot of times people forget, what playing games is all about. And I'd like to cover that in this video topic. I'm going to try to not make it super long. But hopefully what's in this video can help you out in your mental game and, getting out there and playing games and enjoying yourself. So we're going to hop right into it. So the first thing you want to do, is you want to restructure your priorities. When you're playing fighting games, you got to remember you want to have fun, okay? You need to have fun. You need to play the game. Retweeting bike and fan art is not counting as playing the game. You need to get in there, jump in the sandbox, fucking shove your hands in the dirt. You need to play the game. You need to get in there. That's the only way you're going to improve and get better. Okay? Next thing, you need to be trying to learn. You need to be, reading information or trying to lab stuff out in combos out in the lab, or just make sure you're trying to take something away from your matches. You don't want to lab, you don't want to read stuff, that's fine, you don't need to, but realize that you need to be trying to learn what you need to be doing in matches to try to win, or, get better, which leads to my next thing, self-improvement. On top of learning, you need to be focusing more on your own self-improvement. That's where I get the most enjoyment from, besides hitting buttons and just kind of having fun. But that's the looking back at how I used to play to how I play now. It makes me feel a lot better. I'm just like, wow, this is actually super cool. Self-improvement is huge. And last thing is you want to make sure you're always trying your best. Every match. Every time you jump in, make sure you're always trying your best. Sometimes you play a little too long and you realize you're not able to try your best anymore. You're trying and you're flopping and, maybe it's time to take a break, and that's okay. Taking breaks from fighting games is huge. I do it all the time. I come back and I feel like I can hit inputs I wasn't able to hit before, or links that I wasn't able to hit before. There's a big connection with your neural link when you take breaks from stuff like this. Your muscle memory is building. It's huge. But just make sure you're remembering that you're playing the game. You're having fun, you're learning, you're looking at self-improvement, and you're always trying your best. Okay? That's how I structure my priorities every time I play. Okay. Now we're going to hop into the tips and tricks for not freaking the fuck out. Anxiety, fear, tilting. These are things I always try to remember and tell myself. And never diminish your own accomplishments, big or small. Whether you blocked up a mix-up or you didn't even block the whole thing, you blocked 3 hits. Be proud of yourself. Be happy. Okay? Yeah, you didn't block it the whole thing this time, but maybe next time, right? Maybe next time. Uplift yourself. Don't put yourself down. Always try to be positive, which is hard. It's hard to do that in these 1v1 situations, but it's something that you should always be striving towards. There was a time I entered a beginner tournament. I was super new to Plus R. I was playing Eno. I got top 8. I think I barely got 8th place. It wasn't a big tournament. It was a very beginner. And I remember I was I brought it up. Someone else brought it up, and I was like, oh, it wasn't that good. It was whatever. And one of my friends was like, no, you should be proud of yourself. Uplift that experience. Don't ever downplay yourself. It's important to keeping a good mindset when you play a game. Be proud. Don't go crazy. I mean, you can. You know, you're free to do whatever you want. You're a human fucking being. But, you know, just remember. You know, be positive, be humble. Anyway, next thing. Self-improvement. I want to open on this a little bit. Self-improvement, it takes time. And with fighting games, it'll take a long time. Not something that's going to happen overnight. It's a journey. It's a marathon. You're climbing a mountain, essentially. And always realize that other people start on different places than where you do. I remember seeing someone talk about how some guy with less hours than him beat him. And it's like, well, you don't know that guy's experience. You don't know what games he's played, what he's been through, what he's labbed. Like, you have no idea. Like, I could have technically like 5,000 hours in total of like fighting game knowledge. Like, you know, there's no way to know that. Realize it takes time. If you stick with it, you will improve, you will get better. You will hit that input, you will find that frame timing, you will get it. Play, have fun, focus on that self-improvement, be positive. And it's okay. It's okay to drop combos, it's okay to, like, you know, beef it sometimes. You will get better. Okay, this one's going to be a hard one for a lot of people, but you need to come to terms that losing is part of the game. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean you're worthless or you suck. You will not always win. There will people that be better than you always. There are matchups that you will not know, you won't be familiar with, and that will be a factor of the loss. Realize you're playing against other human beings. Anything can and will happen. They might randomly DP. You never thought, like, why would they do that? Well, they're human. You have to account for every possible thing. They're not robots. Just like you're not a robot. They think just like you do. Sometimes they don't. They're just mashing stuff out, and that, you know, it happens. But you need to account for that. You need to be thinking about that. They're human beings. Another thing, big part. You need to be your own hype man in the match. You need to be like, damn, I'm fucking dope. Like, even if you just hit him like once or twice, be like, okay, you know, that was a good hit. Obviously, you need to learn the whole combo so you can capitalize when you get a hit, but positive. Imagine you're commentating your own match. Even if it's super scrubby gameplay, like, who fucking cares? Be hyped about your own gameplay and your opponents. I think it's the easiest way to not get tilted, at least for me. You really wanted to get in there and have a lot of fun. A lot of people like, damn, that was nice, or oh, that was sick. And still shit talking, be like, man, this guy's playing like a fucking bitch or something. But you're like, alright, but that was good. That was good. He got me. You know, they got me. Be positive in that regard. Be hype. That definitely helps me out a lot. This next bit, I think, is huge. I think this is probably should be your biggest takeaway. If everything else has seemed worthless so far, you've somehow made this far into the video. This is the one that brings it home for me. You need to have gratitude towards your opponents. Due to the nature of it being a 1v1, it's very easy to be like, oh, you fucking shitter, or, you know, you start trash talking, and trash talking's okay. I'm not trying here to downplay the trash talk advocates. You know, there's fun in trash talking. You know, you get into it, you're enjoying yourself, but you need to be grateful toward your opponents. Without them, you'd have no one to play against. No one. Not a single... No one. You could play against bots. That's fun, right? You'd have no one to learn from. Be thankful for them. You know, and when you're done playing, you know, thank you for the games. Thank you. Thanks for playing with me. Good games. You know, shake my hand. You know, be happy and be grateful that you have someone to play against. Fighting game community... Fighting games in general are just a niche genre. There's not normally a lot of us playing, you know, there's a lot of people playing like Valorant, League, or, you know, whatever, Call of Duty. Those games are more popular, they're easier to get into. This fighting game is a 1v1 scenario. A lot of people fringe a lot of their self-worth on these matches. And you need to remember that that's not what it's about. You know, you're out here, you're playing a game, you're supposed to be having fun. And, you know, learning, enjoying, and trying your best. So at the end of a match, a really good, and even if you get washed, look at it and be like, GG's, thank you for the matches, like, I appreciate it, thank you. You know, let them know that it means a lot that you played against them. And I'm hoping that these tips and these things I've stated in this video will help you out in future matches, and I wish you all the best. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one, whenever that'll be.